Sis. I hope you're doing well. And today I'm going to go through parts of this Our State magazine, which is all about North Carolina. I'm not going to go through the whole issue. I just selected parts of it. And one of the biggest sections I'm going to go over is the section about horses. I absolutely love this cover. These are wild horses that roam the eastern part of the state by the beaches there. And I chose this issue because today is the Kentucky Derby. And for those that may not know what that is, if you're watching from overseas, the Kentucky Derby is a horse race. So this, I thought, was the perfect issue to cover today. So we're going to start with our first section, which is page 27. And this section talks about Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And it has this beautiful waterfront that you can walk along. And I like this magazine because it has a little map that shows you where the town is. So this is where Elizabeth City is in North Carolina, the upper northeast part of the state. So if you ever get a chance to go here, you can walk along this boardwalk. North Carolina is known for a lot of breweries, and there are a couple there. It says Ghost Harbor Brewing Company, Seven Sounds Brewing Company, and then there's also a wine bar. And then they mentioned some great places to eat, like this Greek Grill. And looks like they have an art organization with some nice artwork. Love this one of the surfer. And then beer, if you get a beer flight. One thing I think is it always looks pretty with the different colors of beer. And here's a shopping list. And this is a place called Pine and Porch. It looks like it's a home decor shop. Sells rugs, tea towels, art prints, and outdoor furniture. Looks very cozy in there. And then here is this bed and breakfast. And there's a whole section in this magazine about bed and breakfast. And I will be sharing that. So this is a great start where we mention this bed and breakfast in Elizabeth City. It looks like they serve egg and cheese biscuit sandwiches and maple sausage at breakfast time. So that's Elizabeth City. And next we're going to turn to page 52. To chose this section because it mentions 3 delicious homemade breads. This one is blueberry and lemon, which sounds so good. Looks so good. Look at that. Put some butter on that. Have a cup of tea or coffee. And the recipe is right here. And then we have this sweet potato and pecan loaf. It looks like it uses dark brown sugar. And if you like pecans, this could be really tasty. And the recipe is here. And this one would probably be my favorite, chocolate chip cherry bread. That sounds so good and it's unique. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. That looks so good. I wish I could say I would make it, but I'm not much of a baker. But which one of these would you choose if you had to pick just one? Blueberry and lemon, sweet potato and pecan, or the chocolate chip cherry? I think they would all be good, but this would be my first choice, and then the blueberry lemon, and then the sweet potato and pecan, even though I'm sure that's good too. So that's the homemade breads. Now we're going to get to the horses. Just right here. And I like how they say horse tails, T-A-L-E-S. But of course it sounds like horse tails, and as in their tails, T-A-I-L-S. So these beautiful horses are wild. And it says the horses that run wild on Carrot Island often swim to Town Marsh, Bird Shoal, or Horse Island in search of better grazing. So imagine you're walking along the beach or just maybe out on a boat and you see this group of wild horses running past. That would be so neat to see. It says first horses arrived in North Carolina 500 years ago. I haven't been there yet to see them. I live in a different part of North Carolina, but this is definitely on my bucket list to see the wild horses. And here are some more. This is Beaufort, North Carolina. It says wild horses share the 2,315 acres of salt marsh, beaches, and maritime forest. There are also otters, foxes, rabbits, and raccoons, as well as about 200 bird species. They just look so gorgeous. Like free spirits. I just think that's so neat that we have these. think somewhere it says that they're not sure how they got here, but I think perhaps they were brought over by the Spanish and either abandoned or they swam to shore from a sunken ship. If you hear some scratching in the background, that's my cat. He wants my attention, but it will have to wait. So next we have Tryon International Equestrian Center in Mill Spring. So it says they host 40 weeks of Olympic level competitions in jumping, dressage, and more each year. And they get about 3,000 to 8,000 spectators for each event. That looks like a lot of fun to watch. Then we have the Leatherwood Mountains Resort in Ferguson. In this place you can go on a horseback ride, and some people bring their own horses, but they also have some that you can ride. I have ridden a horse a couple of times, but one time I was bucked off of a horse, so now I'm a little more cautious about going horseback riding. I'm not sure I'll ever do it again. Luckily I was okay. It was a long time ago on a horse I shouldn't have been on, so a different situation, I think. Smokemont Riding Stables in Cherokee, some more horseback riding, but this is really neat. It says it has horse-drawn wagon rides. Smokemont's wagon is usually pulled by Big Rob, at more than 2,000 pounds and 18.3 hands. He's the biggest horse at the stables and also one of the gentlest. So this is Big Rob. How cute. I would definitely go on a ride like this. So that's Cherokee, which is toward the western part of the state. Trailbred Riders in Charlotte. So 100 horses parade through uptown Charlotte. So that's neat. They actually ride in the city. That would be a sight to see. So you're sitting in your car and people ride past on their horses. It reminds me of Charleston, South Carolina, where they give carriage rides in the downtown area, and the cars just have to wait until the carriage passes by. Brains in Raleigh. This is a non-profit that helps kids who have faced trauma. Look at that gorgeous horse. Love the color. Something very gentle in the eyes of this horse. Well, and sometimes the horses have been abandoned too, so what a bonding experience between the kid and the horse. Center in Williamston, or Williamston. I'm not sure how you say that. I almost said Williamstown, but Williamston, I think. I'm not sure where that is. So they do all kinds of things like motocross races and boat shows. It says it mainly hosts horse shows in the 108,000 square foot indoor coliseum. So that's neat. That's a cute picture. And then we have the 4-H program in Ellerby. I remember 4-H as a kid. I never did it, but I remember hearing about it. So it says it teaches kids to appreciate their equine companions through trail rides, art and writing contests, community service projects, and horse shows. These horses look a lot alike, but they're not the same. I can see the look. This one has a white patch on its nose. This one does not. Maybe they're like brother and sister, or sister and sister, or brother, and the same parents. There he is. So that's really cool looking. So they deal with the horseshoes. I think that would be a fun job. Western Tack in Reidsville. So I had to look up tack in this sense. I kind of felt like I knew what it meant, but I wasn't sure. And I learned it's the gear that goes with the horses so that you can ride them in such, like saddles and the reins. Another beautiful color. There's so many different colors of horses, and they're all just stunning. And I think this is a famous rider, Summerfield. This one is bright orangey brown. Look at the hairstyle here and here. I think that would be fun to braid a horse's hair, be a horse hairdresser. It would be fun to go crazy with their hair, give it a really interesting look. This is Harness Track in Bear Barn in Pinehurst. Pinehurst is known more for its golf, as far as I know, but this looks like a neat place as well. It says the 1917 Fair Barn is the oldest fair exhibition hall in North Carolina. It serves as the backdrop for competitions like dressage, show jumping, and harness racing. Another braided hairdo for the horse. Very cute. getaways. Corova Beach. I think I said that right. It says the horses that live near Corova Beach, north of Corolla, have been known to cool off with a dip in the ocean when the weather is hot. I love this picture. The horses on the beach. Wouldn't that be cool if you went to this beach and you saw the horses here and then they went to the ocean to cool off and then came back out? That would be so cool. So this is along the coast, eastern side. So it's the far northern reaches of the Outer Banks. They're descendants of the colonial Spanish Mustangs that were brought here in the early 16th century. Some say that they swam ashore after shipwrecks or when they were cast off to lighten the loads of grounded ships. Others believe they were simply left here, abandoned by the settlers, returning to Europe. So they're not quite sure. That is beautiful and a neat story. Okay, so that's the horses. And now I want to move to the bed and breakfast, page 120, just a few pages away. So these are bed and breakfasts around North Carolina. It says innkeepers are reinventing the classic bed and breakfast with sleek surroundings and contemporary comforts. And then they feature 5 getaways. This is called the Pecan Tree Inn in Beaufort. Oh, this looks so good. This is cinnamon pecan streusel, baked French toast. That looks so good. And I like this classic clean lobby. Or drawing room, I guess it's the drawing room. I wonder if the fireplace works. Love the plant. This is really nice and relaxing. So this is the same one. This is Country Inn, and this is centuries old Elmwood 1820 bed and breakfast inn. So look at that. That is neat. Spiral staircase. Get a nice view from the top. So it's in Washington, North Carolina. Oh, look at that breakfast. That looks really good. And then sitting out here on the porch. It's what way it should be, just relaxing. A good meal. And here's a room. So says, in guests retire to rooms decorated to fit a theme, such as the Rider, which is this one. Stays often begin with a cocktail and a tune on the couple's baby grand piano. So I love this baby grand piano. I played piano for many, many years. I haven't played much past 5 years, but I played for a long time, and I just love baby grand pianos. Not just for the sound, but the way they look. Beautiful pieces of furniture. And this is where this pin is at. In the state where that little red dot is. So the eastern part of the state, East Central. Should I say like eastern, but they're in the middle of the eastern side. Okay, this is downtown Washington. So if you go stay at that inn, walk along here and get this nice view. And then they mentioned a couple places to eat. Big Bistro looks cool. It's a refurbished 1852 bank building turned jazzy restaurant. That could be really neat. And canoe or kayak out here. And this is an interesting piece of art. It's all made of driftwood. You can see Storium, I guess that's how you say that. It's pretty cool. Lemonade Art Gallery, I guess. And we have this one, Chestnut Street Inn in Asheville. Asheville's toward the western part of the state. Look at that statue, the lady, that's really cool. It's very inviting. Reminds me of an English garden. More treats. All of that looks good. Cookies, muffins, another type of delicious home-baked bread. I love these flowers. Lilacs, I think. Look at the craftsmanship of this house. You just don't see that anymore. Look at all the details. Twist on a classic, a blowing rock B&B switches things up, focusing on beverages instead of breakfast. So that's interesting. Learn more about the beverages. This is the bourbon and ginger beer based. I don't know how to say that. Bufala, Nagra, something like that. Just sit out on the patio and have a drink. And it's a type of salamander. I think I'll skip that page. Even though salamanders are harmless, they're not very cute and cozy looking. But this is one of the rooms there. So, looks like you sit here and have a drink in your room. Breakfast sandwich. This looks good to me, but I'm a vegetarian, so I would want vegetarian bacon. Other than that, it looks really good. Nice little area to sit and read. Books and a fireplace. Place to put your drink. So it's in Blowing Rock, North Carolina, which is a really cool place to visit. Lots of natural beauty. In the South Carolina Aquarium. In downtown Blowing Rock. Cafe and ale house. And this is Blowing Rock Memorial Park. The pretty flowers. Blowing Rock Antiques. These flowers, but not there yet. The old house on the hill in Raleigh. It's 10,000 square feet. It's very grand. Oh look, I didn't notice that at first. The little tables on the side. So you can grab your coffee, your tea, water, just come out here and sit on a nice day or on the porch. So I think this is a common area. Look, it's a little horse statue. So we're coming full circle. Horse head statue. Okay, so this is the honeymoon suite here at the top, and the storeking room below it. The bathtub, you can only see a little part of it, but that whole shower area looks really cool. Very serene. The whole color scheme just relaxes you. We have a nice plant here. And another delicious looking breakfast. there's lots to do in Raleigh. So I think this is just this particular neighborhood, but Raleigh has a lot to do. And in Beaufort we have Eden by the Sea. Oh wow, stunning garden. Look at that. Country and front porch and peaceful garden out back. That is very peaceful. It reminds me of an arboretum in Raleigh actually. Lots of plants and flowers. Another look at the garden. Pink flowers are so pretty. Definitely a great escape. So I guess this is one of the rooms. Queen Anne's spa room. French country look. This is the country inn. Again with the cinnamon pecan streusel baked French toast. Oh, that looks so good. I would definitely get that if I were there. Here's where it's located. So, along the coast. I've heard Beaufort is very pretty, but I haven't been there. Not yet. And here are things to do in downtown Beaufort. That's really cute. Reminds me of that bedroom back here. Sort of. This is French country though, and this is, I think, more beachy. Since Beaufort is by the water. I love beach decor. So they have market, cafe, grocery company, little shop here. And more to do in Beaufort. You can do a ghost walk with the North Carolina Maritime Museum Farmers Market. So, okay, so now we turn the page to get into the breakfast part of breakfast. Oh, these look so good. The grapes with the blueberries. Waynesville, Oak Hill on Love Lane. Cheese grits. So this is that place. Shows breakfast. What a view. View of Waynesville and the Great Smoky Mountains from the wraparound veranda stylish afternoon tea. 3-tiered stand stacked with lemon meringue cookies, these miniature tarts, and warm scones ready to be smeared with clotted cream and jam. It's perfect. Okay, that's Warrenton, North Carolina. So that's the bed and breakfast and the inns. We're going to go to Swinging Bridges. So this says it's in Gorgeous State Park. I'm not sure where that is. State. Look at that bridge. Would you walk across that? I think I would. Just for the experience. Mile High Swinging Bridge at Grandfather Mountain. Says it's been an icon among suspension bridges since 1952. So let's take a closer look. So that's that one. Biscuit National Forest. Swinging bridges are alive. They bounce, they sway, they yield to footfalls and rebound. Another one. I agree with this. Turns an ordinary walk into an adventure. Give you a nice view. It says the triangle area. That means it's near Raleigh and Durham. And I think that's the same one. It says the Andy Cove Nature Trail, Biscuit National Forest. Same as that one, or at least the same trail. Okay, so I think that's everything I wanted to share in this issue of our state, North Carolina magazine. Again, I just love these wild horses. If I ever go, I'll let you know how it went, and hopefully you can get a chance to go if that's something you want to see. Just love this magazine. I learned so much about North Carolina, places I've never heard of, and it adds to my bucket list. So I'm going to wrap this up because the Kentucky Derby will be starting soon, and I'm going to be watching that and picking a horse that I think might win. Just see what happens. I'll just be picking a horse for fun, no betting. I hope you enjoyed this issue of our state magazine and learning about the horses and the bed and breakfast. Hope you'll come back.